REED-BBS, BBS. Nigel Benn versus Chris Eubank. Chris Eubank versus Nigel Benn. One of the great fistic rivalries in British boxing. This rivalry has been kicked down the road like the proverbial can. Kicked down, passed down to their sons. Chris Eubank Jr. versus CONOR BENN at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, England. The UK, televised by DAZN, and this is the biggest fight of this particular boxing weekend. The biggest fight this weekend. I'm not sure what the official tagline of the promotion is, but a fitting moniker would be money grab, because that's exactly what this is. It's a money grab. These men aren't even the same size, same weight class. They're both kind of treading water in their careers. But fuck it, hey, your last name looks good on the poster with my last name. There's history there. Fuck it, let's fight. And that's why we're here. Now, granted, these aren't two YouTubers. They're not stealing the spotlight from boxing in that way. But at the same time, I can't and won't pretend either man is a legit contender or a bona fide world title threat, because they aren't. And at best, they'll be a name opponent for a better fighter in due time. In due time. Money grab. Two men milking their famous last names, looking to profit off their father's famous rivalry. Remember when Layla Ali fought Jackie Frazier lied? Okay, that's what this is, only the male version. Layla Ali versus Jackie Frazier lied. That's what this is. And to be clear, in the realm of boxing offspring, neither Eubank Jr. nor CONOR Benn is even as good as Tim Tszyu is. Not to me. They're not as good as Tim Tszyu is. And I'm not saying Tim Tszyu is good. Eubank, he began his career at super middleweight and gradually worked his way down to middleweight. He's fought the likes of Billy Joe Saunders, Gary Spike O'Sullivan, Arthur Abraham. He fought Abraham like 5 years past his sell-by date. He fought Avni Yildirim, George Groves, Chunky DeGale, Matt Korobov. He fought Liam Smith two times. Camille Zerametas. That's a real murderer's row, huh? Right. CONOR Benn, he's undefeated for what it's worth. Never fought above super welterweight till this fight, of course. 2 weight classes lower than Eubank's heaviest weight. Again, they aren't even remotely the same size, same weight class. Benn's hit list consists of Samuel Vargas, Adrian Granados, Chris Van Eerden, and Chris Algieri. Not exactly a Hall of Fame resume, huh? Eubank and Benn were initially scheduled to meet in 2022, but Benn failed not 1 but 2 pre-fight PED tests. And Benn's excuse was related to eggs or what have you. So quite naturally, in the presser announcing their rescheduled fight, Eubank slapped the shit out of Benn with an egg. And on one hand, I'll never co-sign on jeopardizing a fight by putting your hands on your foe pre-fight. I can't co-sign on that because I want to see the actual fight. But that was some undeniably funny shit. That was exceptionally appropriate, in fact. Now, who knows how this fight itself plays out. Again, these men aren't remotely the same size. And even though neither of them is as good as their daddies, I do feel like CONOR Benn is the better of the two. Also, Eubank, he missed weight. Believe he had to part with about $500K. So he's coming in probably drained. And I feel like even though he's smaller, CONOR Benn is just better anyway. Benn has a very alpha-like style. He fights like his father. He's not as good as his daddy. But he means business when he's in that fucking ring. And apparently CONOR Benn has been bullying bigger men like William Skull, who's fighting Canelo, and Bruno Saras, who's preparing for a rematch with Jaime Munguia. Conor Benn's little ass has been bullying these dudes in sparring. So I'm leaning towards the Whittle guy here, the Whittle guy. Give me Conor Benn in a fight that's more entertaining than boxing purists want it to be. Also on the card, we got Liam Smith against Aaron McKenna. Smith, he split a pair of fights with Eubank, as I referenced earlier. He KO'd Eubank in the 4th round of their first fight, then got KO'd in the 10th round, if I'm not mistaken, of their rematch. And he's hoping for a trilogy, a rubber match, a condom match, if you will, with Eubank Jr. if he gets a win over McKenna. Anthony Yard versus Lyndon Arthur. Anthony Yard, he had our attention for a hot minute. He had markable looks, muscular dude, shit, British accent never hurts. Unconventional training methods. And we all expected Yard to engage in some boxing rivalries of his own. We expected some Ben Eubank type shit. We just expected it to be against a higher caliber fighter than Lyndon fucking Arthur. Nonetheless, here Yard is, having split a pair of fights with Arthur, looking to win the series. Chris Billum-Smith and Vidal Riley are in separate bouts. Those are two names in the mix who still have yet to really make a splash. This particular weekend, it gets no bigger than Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn. So please subscribe, comment. Remember, sharing is caring. Love, tap, and or bitch slap that like button for your boy. REED-BBS, BBS. Blackbird Sugar, Bachelor's in Boxing Studies. Television! Fred Sanford of the Fisticuffs. When all is said and done, there's nothing left to say or do.